Most interesting storyline this year for the Blazers. I put up a poll question last night, and I don't know if I've ever seen a more evenly matched response.
Okay.
With 4 different options. Now, I'm sure there's other things. People are responding, tanking and getting Cooper Flag and draft selection. That's the most interesting storyline. Totally grant you that.
Tanking is not an interesting storyline.
It's a result.
It's just losing a lot of games.
It's the end of the result of how you get there, and you hope that you get more ping pong balls and it works out in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 options that I put on there: Scoot's development, Kling Kong, this speaks volumes, Shaden year 3, or to the point of veterans and what the long-term plan. What do you do with the trade deadline? What does the roster look like in February when you're going into the second half of the year? Is it all young guys playing? Grant's still here, Ant's still here, DeAndre Ayton's still here. How does the roster look as the year goes on? This is we have basically everyone has north of 20% vote. Scoot's development is slightly edging out Kling Kong, 26.6% to 26.3%.
I think Kling Kong is my last answer.
That's your 4th most interesting storyline.
Well, yeah, because I already think he's good. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I know it's preseason, but his last game was remarkable. He showed a lot of those flashes in Summer League. I kind of don't worry about him. I think he's pretty aware, hyper aware. He comes from a good college program and coaching.
That he does.
Some would say better coaching. And I think if you were to rank those, are they going to finally deal Jeremy? The guy has never played past mid-March as a Blazer.
No, they sit him down every year because they have tanked for 3 straight years, despite what people are trying to argue.
He also loves being here, so he doesn't care about winning. Ant says he cares about winning, has never demanded a trade. Does he care to be traded this year? Are they going to actually do it? And is there interest from him? They couldn't move Darius Garland and Anthony Simons this offseason. Teams weren't jumping to go get guards. It was a very weird offseason that way. And, yeah, I am interested in Shaden Sharp coming back, and if he can stay healthy, that's certainly up there. That's probably my second. Number 1 is Scoot.
Scoot's number 1 for you.
If Scoot looks bad again, I just think if you don't get the Cooper Flag pick, are you going to be willing to draft?
Isn't Ace Bailey the other big guy? He's a guard, though, right?
Rutgers. There's other players in this draft that are kind of looked at would you be willing to do that?
I mean, if he's bad this year, then yes. The answer is yes, you have to. If you have a 2nd or 3rd overall pick and you can't get Cooper Flag.
Well, but I don't know. What I would say is I don't know if the organization is. Or they would because they love to tell us they'll play 2 point guards.
That's true. Yeah.
After they drafted Scoot, they said Scoot and Dame can coexist. I was what?
Last year they started the season with Ant and Scoot in the starting lineup.
Yeah, so maybe they would and just not care.
I think it all revolves around the biggest thing is by the end of the season, we have to know as fans to buy in, to put up with all the crap that's gone on the last 4 years. Who is everybody confident that the team will be built around?
Yeah, who's the face
and
of the franchise?
If there's not an answer to that at the end of the season.
I think there is right now. My guess, I think it's the guy in the middle, down low.
Kling Kong?
I do. Until they draft whoever they're going to draft, Shaden has shown what, just from a personality, leader, face of franchise stuff. Man. What has he shown you?
Not much.
I don't know if I could pinpoint his voice if you played it for me. Scoot has to play better. If he does, he's certainly somebody that could be filling in that blank. Denny, nobody knew who he was last year when he played for Washington. He had a good year.
He had a really good year.
So I think if you were to look at the franchise, maybe it's Ant right now, but I think by the end of the year, we're going to be saying it's Donovan.
Interesting.
He's spoken up. He's talked about leadership. He's talked about coaching. He doesn't seem to be shy to share how he feels about stuff. He plays with an intensity. I think it's Donovan.
Interesting. You can go vote on that. We got some other Blazer poll questions up as well. Sprague on Twitter.